Kaboom! Teach them! Always make sure the message reach them.
Live from Kingston, Jamaica, broadcasting around the world. You're watching the Teach Them YouTube show. Intellectual, yet stimulating. Fair, frank, and factual. This is Extra Class, streaming to the world and beyond.
You know, it's Teach Them, the #1 intellectual blogging panel on the YouTube channel.
Good night, everyone. Let me know if you're seeing me clear. Let me know if you're hearing me. Why something just wrong with my color and everything. Like something is off. Like really off. But I don't think you can go fix tonight. Like something wrong. I don't know what's wrong, but it have got that. You understand? Good night, peeps. Let me know if you're seeing me clearly. Let me know if you're hearing me clearly. If you're seeing and hearing me clearly. Welcome to another episode of Extra Class, episode number 284. I trust that everybody is okay. All the persons hearing my voice and seeing my face are in good health. Trey, go and look at you out. Everything good, bro? For the persons who are at work at this time of the night, I trust that your shift will end soon. You will get a chance to be home with your family. For the people who are on the road, please, man, say bleach out that one. But so please remain safe and get home safely. For the people who are home, ready for listen to teach about some things we have to jam down. Jamrock, Jamaica land we love. Land of Food and Water, Bob Marley, Usain Bolt, Vybz Kartel, Buju Banton, Shelly and Fraser Price, Elaine Thompson, Portia Simpson Miller, Lisa Anna, Mark Golden, and some more people. Peeps, good night. We're there. We're soon forward. I don't know what the problem is, but that's how we are going to do it tonight. Night, yeah.
Kaboom! Teach them! Always make sure the message reach them. You know, it's Teach Them, the #1 intellectual blogging panel on the YouTube channel. Hey, yo, hello. Like, subscribe, and don't forget to click the notification button. Hey, yo, we always up to something. Teach them. Hey, yo, hello. Send the message and make it reach them. It's Teach Them right here. Warlord representing.
Yeah, peeps, so we're there, out of sync with color and all sort of things. I don't know Rasta. I couldn't tell you why problem. But what does I go and dealt with it? Yeah. Good night again, my friends. Really and truly appreciate your support for the persons who have been here early. Thanks much for turning up early. For the people who are just coming in, good night. Lawful, me see you. Peace, please. You know the routine. Share the stream with your family and friends, you know. And your social media pages and statuses if possible, and groups and these things and thing. Blessings, Burvit, pick up yourself, you know. Yeah, man, me understand how you think, man. I appreciate the facts you find some time for pass through. Give thanks. You see me? Yeah. So peace, me could get up and running. Come there, we do no 4.5 hours Friday night. If you feel like say me come out as a come gill off a piece soup all tonight, I make a sad mistake. Half an hour I'm done. A joke still. It have to be more than half an hour. Good night, Maya. How are you? I think I saw a message from you earlier. I glimpsed it, but I not able to check the phone. You know, Miss Brooks, thanks. Alright, peeps. So I could get up and running. You know, we normally start with the COVID situation to begin with. The latest update is that 5.5 hours tonight. 79 new cases have been recorded. 3 more Jamaicans have died as a result of symptoms related to the coronavirus pandemic. So Jamaica has recorded 3 more COVID-19 deaths and 79 new cases of the virus in the last 24 hours. The recent deaths are those of a 76-year-old male of a St. James address, a 70-year-old female of a Manchester address, and an 81-year-old male of a St. Anne address. These 3 cases bring the death toll to 171. So the ministry also reported another coincidental death and another death on the investigation. Not certain what the coincidental death means per se. I haven't seen a clinical definition of that. I mean, we can figure out in our head what might have led to a coincidental death, but a clinical definition I am not off here with. For the people who are saying that there's buffering, I don't know. It says my excellent connection and my stream health is very good, so I don't know. Probably I need to refresh a stream or close the stream and forward back in or something. So I don't know. I don't know if the problem is on my end, but in terms of monitoring the stream, it says everything is okay, so I don't know. Alright, peeps. So meanwhile, the new cases consist of 17 males and 62 females, with ages ranging from 3 years to 72 years, the ministry said. So the country's total confirmed COVID-19 cases now stands at 8,274, good night, Miss Steele, of which 4,133 are active. Still a lot of active cases. So of the new cases, 57 are from Kingston and St. Andrew, 8 are from St. James, 7 from St. Catherine, 3 each are from St. Elizabeth and St. Thomas, and 1 is from St. Anne. All of the new cases are under investigation. So the contact tracing now pick up the link. You know, we're in the community spread state, so people don't know where them pick up the thing from. They don't know who they might or where they might have gotten it from. So the ministry also reported that 206 more patients have recovered from the virus. This brings the country's total recoveries to 3,800. But I know if you don't see me a forward through it, I said no data reach out here, so no data. Excellent connection. Alright, I just change over from the Wi-Fi connection to the Ethernet connection. Yeah, I realize that I was buffering. I still a buffer. I don't know what the issue. And thing. See what I go on, so I'm going to turn off them only for device at all. Until I done stream. Because you know, them I do things in the background and I pull the internet and them something there. Yeah. Alright, Teach, big up yourself. Congrats on reaching 200k subs. Big up yourself in a father. Eton, I think that's the pronunciation. Strong, appreciate the support, family, and appreciate the contribution as well. You know, I would have done a video earlier today, you know, kind of denoting that and them something. I'll probably share it before we stream done, because it's a nice little video too. You understand? No fun to watch it yet, but we know I saw no stay still. We're not too cuss, you know. So, Silver D said, check out my channel. I'm going to start uploading thing for this winter. Alright, Father Silver, you have family, so we can push through this. We don't have to hide it. So please, when you have time, you can go across and check out Silver D's channel. I am assuming, say I saw it name too, because I'm not saying it name, so I assume. So, I still a buffer. Let me know if I still a buffer. You understand? Good night, Miss Morrison. How are you? Yeah, Silver D have family. So if him say I do the YouTube thing, you know him have a full support. You cut in and cut out. Father Wilson, how we stay here now? Everything balanced? And thing, Rosie, good night. Share the stream in the class group for me now. In the channel group for me now. Please and thanks. Alright. So, 79 new cases. But before we even go, alright, I could do this and then we talk about one situation around Hellshire since there. So, on Friday night, I spoke to the situation surrounding inmates in our prisons who would have contracted COVID-19 and the numbers and number of recoveries and who are considered to be critical and stuff. We see now where more information is emerging surrounding the penal system, as there has been 9 new COVID-19 cases at the South Camp Juvenile Center. The numbers that I shared with you on Friday night were from the adult institutions. You know, the South Camp institution houses the juveniles. Blessings, Father Atkins. So the Department of Correctional Services says 9 more people have tested positive for the coronavirus in the ward population at the South Camp Juvenile Correctional Center. So the DCS said 18 staff members are also on home quarantine. Director of Medical Services in the department, Dr. Donna Mitchell Roya Powie, not sure, said the positive cases recorded in the correctional centers continue to be largely asymptomatic. Most confirmed cases have been identified because of contact tracing, line listing, and the targeted testing in the institution. We have had 16 cases. Well, we have had 16 cases. There's a typo in this because when I say it can make sense of it. But this is we have had 16 cases. I don't know the numbers that I've recovered because there's some typo. And our latest targeted testing program at the Tower Street Adult Correctional Center saw 99 tests returning negative results. So the DCS noted that procurement activities have been bolstered to increase the number of surgical masks per person per day, and supplemental sanitization, sanitization supplies have been distributed to the centers to increase cleaning activities in keeping with recommendations from the Ministry of Health and Wellness. So during a tour of the Horizon and Tower Street Adult Correctional Centers recently, it said deep cleaning activities were undertaken yesterday at the facility as one of the several steps to contain the spread on the wards is in progress, or one of the steps to reduce a spread. So the department said it continues to emphasize and carry out protocols established by international bodies and other benchmark corrective organizations versed in the management of outbreaks within correctional institutions to prevent outbreak in the nation's penal institutions. It said these protocols have resulted in only 5 of the 11 correctional centers in the country recording positive inmates so far. 5 of 11. That would then be about that 55%, I think, or about 45%. I don't know. It's gonna work out the maths and tell me. See? Somewhere in the region there. I know maths it right now. 5 of 11 is not bad, but it could be better too. But we give thanks to small mercies. Now, peeps, there are videos circulating online where there was a mass security forces operation along the Hellshire main road in St. Catherine today. You know that over the Heroes Day weekend, the national curfew time starts at 3 p.m. and that would have come into effect today. But for whatever reason, people were just deciding to head out to Hellshire. 48%. Big up yourself, Peter. I mean, know you have bright people around here now. Give thanks. And many persons were loaded onto trucks and taken to, I'm not sure where, for processing. People still not serious about this thing. I see people turning the Two Sisters Cave in Hellshire into a party ground, party zone. Zane, I will deal with that issue on another occasion. Speaking about the geological and I suppose ecological impact that people using these areas for recreation and leisure might have. Zane, Jano. I mean hundreds of people, you know. Zane, hundreds of people. You understand? The government has been talking for the past couple of days as to the updated curfew times. And people in droves headed to Hellshire. You understand? There's not been any formal report as yet, but just observing the situation, many people, and the police and soldiers, them just scrape them up and put them in one truck, like, or 3 trucks I saw based on the account that I did watching one of the videos. Yeah, our place, so I go on Empress and thing. So I don't know where this insatiable desire for our people to party comes from, irrespective of what the situation is. I understand, say, the lockdown and the subsequent fallout and restrictions aligned to the COVID breakout has been frustrating. In some instances, people have become depressed. Some people have become suicidal. But if you are venturing out into these large gatherings, you're probably suicidal for true. Because you may not only contract it yourself, but you may have it and spread it to unsuspecting people. So I understand that people want to go out. People want to get some fresh air. Go walk around the yard, man. You understand? The thing is that the longer this thing stay around, the greater the impact will be on people like you and me. See? The greater the economic fallout will be, the longer the economy is left and in the state that it is, seeing barely hanging on, is the greater the long-term impact will be on you and me. So let us come together and see how best we can on an individual basis, then on a family basis, then on a community basis, parish basis, and a national basis, to see if we can come together, play our part individually, seeing and collectively, and see how soon our efforts can result in a stabilization of the numbers and a subsequent reduction. Because the longer this thing hang around, and well, it will hang around for a long time, apparently, but the numbers can be reduced, Zane, if we exercise greater care and concern. And the earlier that time come, the better it is for you, me, your children, everybody involved. Zane? So it don't make no sense we float the laws now, Zane, and pay scant regards to the protocols and measures that are in place, and we same one in the long run will be affected. And we same one 6 months from now a ball and I say XYZ. When if we were doing the correct things right now, 6 months time, there may be some light at the end of the tunnel. Yes, the virus is likely still going to be around, but will the numbers in 6 months be where they are now? Will the fatality rate be as high as it is now? Zane, versus recovery in 6 months' time, if we just come together and play our part? Guess some people won't see the sense in that still, because some people only live in the moment for today, for tonight, you understand, and nothing else. We are seeing in recent times where people have gotten so serious that police get beat up and head bust up and police vehicle bust up a party. You understand what I say? So, I don't know Rasta. See? And while some of these people may not be sick or feeling sick, they may be asymptomatic, and some of them have elderly parents and grandparents at home and young children. Some of them are even parents who have young baby at home, but they have to party because we have to take some pictures to post on our Instagram. We have to have some little TikTok videos. We have to post some picture on our status to make people know so we are do things. And we out here live our best life. How many people on Instagram are coming to your funeral? And coming to your mother's funeral and your grandmother's funeral? We have become so enslaved and ensnared by social media, especially I always tell about the Instagram syndrome, you know. Yes, dancehall online, we have to live. But shall we die trying to live? I'm going to ask the question again. Yes, we have to live. But shall we die trying to live? How about riding out the storm and we can live longer than trying to live and our lives are cut short? And even not your life, but your family, your mother life, or your father life, or your grandparents, who are more susceptible to the symptoms of COVID and the possibility of becoming fatalities in the whole COVID scheme of things. So yes, of course we have to live. But do we have to be fools while we live? I don't think so. You understand? God is in control of things. Alright, dancehall online network. Cool now? See a word still. Well, I will try to control my situation myself, as long as I can, for various reasons. Yeah. Most importantly is that I have a newborn, well, relatively newborn. He's now 3 months old. in my house, and I would be besides myself if my carelessness, seeing me dropping my guard, not even me per se, in terms of becoming infected. Not me, like if I get infected, I mean, yeah, but to know that it was because I was careless and because I have to live, that he becomes infected. You understand? I have not gone to a party since the start of the year, I don't think, and I am still alive. I am still living. You understand? It not take nothing out of my life. I don't know that I am sadder than anybody else. You understand? The reality we live in is not the best reality. But until the reality improves, then we have to play our part to treat with such realities. You understand? Shall we die because of one post, one picture on Instagram so we did dead so? I not think that wise. Every time I go on the road, I take a risk. Yeah? Every time I go to a place where people are gathered, is a risk. See, and I am very cognizant of that. Every time I do an interview, it's a risk. See, but we'll try to limit those engagements as best as possible. You understand? And even if we are in situations where people are there in numbers that I am not comfortable with, I stay upon the outskirts and do what I have to do. You feel what I say? So at the end of the day, it's sad. You see me? I see a comment from Miss Coleman. Yeah, but that event, people, nobody there dagger and wind up on them one another. Everybody just forward for pay them respects to the general. You understand? It wasn't a gyration type of something soca event, daggering event. You see me? So, at the end of the day, peeps, we have to decide what is best for us. But we can't be so selfish in these times. And don't remember that we have family members who we live with. We have children in our households. Our children, Zane, our grandparents, if they are still around, are very vulnerable. So we have to take some responsibility for the thing. You see me upon? I was observing the numbers recently, and the trend is there's a slight reduction in the overall positive cases compared to a few weeks ago. The number of deaths per 24 hours is still fluctuating, but the numbers are still not as alarming as they were a few days ago. Every precaution possible except wearing a mask during the interview, brother. Please spray down people, spray down equipment, spray down before, after, during, and sanitize and wash everything. The only thing, and I think that just is not something that I'm ready to do. And if it have to reach a stage where I have to wear a mask during an interview, the interview them I go put on pause. You understand? But we don't drop no catch them ways there. See, I know it is still very, very possible sitting down, talking to somebody in such close proximity. But sometimes you have to just go in faith. You understand? And hope all things will be okay. See? So I know that is a serious risk. But in terms of sanitizing and ensuring that the area is sterile and stuff, we treat with that in a serious way. No, anytime I have to do anything where I have to go cover my face in any form of way, the interview them just have to go pass. I mean, I'm going to do no interview in no face shield or no mask. You understand? So if me feel like that's the thing, then I just not do no interview until the interview them can forward back. You see me? Good night, Cookie. Agent W07, Manners, Malik, Rosie, John Wayne, Paul. Big up on yourself. Yes. Alright. So now, peeps, on Friday night again, as a matter of fact, before I came on, I realized that I had a video that was trending. And that trending video, I'm a little bit surprised at the fact that that video is trending. And let me tell you why I'm a little bit surprised. Normally, a lot of people don't watch these type of videos. people hardly ever watch things that are edifying and something that they will learn something meaningful from. This is my observation. You will have a few thousand people who will watch it, but based on history of my channel and my work and just observing other videos, things that are normally edifying and teaching people things, they are not really, them videos don't really do well. So I was a little bit, surprised at how well the video is doing, for one, and two, that it is trending. So that is a video I did on Friday, I think, about the possibility of an area of low pressure south of Jamaica developing into a depression, possibly a tropical storm, and maybe a hurricane later next week. As I said, initially some people took me to task and think about the video, saying that people may have follow, we are not real meteorologists. So me find all the links, because we don't do things that we can't verify and thing. Prince Reed, there is a $sign of good night first and foremost. If you're here for the first time, welcome. If not, appreciate the continued support. There's a $sign somewhere around the region of your comment tab, Zine, and the video description. You just click on the drop down link and the Patreon link.